Okay, National Doctors Tea Party, 4 locations across the United States. I think I said that once. Well, guess what? We have another doctor who's come all the way from New York to talk to us, and he's not a stranger to AAPS. He happens to be one of our board members. This is Dr. Richard Amerling, and he's a nephrologist that practices in New York City. He's the author of Physicians' Declaration of Independence. You might have seen him on Glenn Beck. I've seen him on the Glenn Beck show on 1 or 2 occasions. And he writes very avidly, and you see a lot of his letters to the editor in the Wall Street Journal. And they talk about the concerns that we're talking about right now today. So let me introduce my friend and colleague, Dr. Richard Amerling.
Thanks, Wade. Yeah, I flew out here from New York on coach because Wade asked me to come, and he told me that there would be doctors here that I could talk to. How many doctors do we have? How many health professionals do we have? Because I want to include the nurses, too. Okay. Now, when we're done here, I want you all to stroll back behind the stage and walk around, and you will see the Cancer Survivor Park. Now, I want to ask you, do you think they have many of these over in England? Do you think you have many of these over in Cuba? I don't think so either. Now, if you get a diagnosis of cancer, the best place to be in the world is right here in the United States of America. You have the best chance of surviving your cancer here in the good old US of A. And what is it that makes you survive cancer? What single ingredient do we have here better than any other country in the world? Well, my colleague Marcy said it. We have a doctor-patient relationship. That is what cures you when you have cancer. It's not this and that medicine. It's a doctor who's going to fight for your life. And that's what we offer in the United States. So we have the best healthcare system in the world, and we have Obama, Reid, Pelosi, and every Democrat in Congress who has taken a wrecking ball to it. And that's what Obamacare is, and that's why it has to be repealed. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about Herr Donald Berwick, the new head of CMS. Now, if you had any doubts about the true nature of both Obama and Obamacare, they should have been dispelled by the recess appointment, without so much as a hearing, of Donald Berwick to be the head of CMS. This man will have tremendous power, and no one got to talk to him, no one got to hear what he had to say. It also tells you that Obama is really a Hugo Chavez wannabe. He is a dictator in no uncertain terms. Now, what is Berwick going to do? Well, Berwick is not, he's a doctor, yes. Does he practice medicine? I don't think so. He is a technocrat. He is a socialist technocrat, and he believes in the standardization of care. Well, how is that going to work? Because we're all individuals, and every individual is different. We have to have individualized care, not standardization of care. But that is where he is going to push Medicare, Medicaid, and eventually all of healthcare, because even the private insurance companies will be eventually under Obamacare. So this tells you everything you need to know about the direction of healthcare in this country under Obama. It's an assault on the Constitution, it's an assault on individual liberty, and the medical profession now must stand up and be the last line of defense against the state rolling over the individual. I urge every physician within the sound of my voice to visit the aapsonline.org website, read and sign the Physicians' Declaration of Independence. Opt out. Start to make plans to develop a practice that will sustain you by dealing directly with your patients. Your patients will support you. Give them that chance. Then you will be independent of Obamacare. And that should be our goal. I would urge patients as well to start to look to your own devices for your health care. Don't count on the government. They are not going to be there. There is no way that they can manage this healthcare system. They can't do anything right. They can't even do the basic things that they've been hired to do. it's an impossibility that they will do a good job of this. So I'm telling you right now, start putting money in health savings accounts, start putting money away, find a doctor who will take care of you, and see to yourselves, because you're not going to have a government there when you think that they might be there. So I think that's all I have to say, and thank you all for coming out. Doctors, time to opt out, time to get out of the system.